to, but you're right about it being luck. It's all luck. I'm president of the Lucky Club. I've never really had to work too hard to get a job. I keep sort of stumbling upwards into these great positions, and I've just been so lucky. And there are so many people that are really hardworking and dedicated and beautiful and talented that never get the opportunity.
So what happened? I mean, I know you were born in Tennessee, Memphis, weren't you?
Knoxville.
Knoxville. And then you moved across to Florida?
Yeah.
When you were a kid. And when did you know that you wanted to? Because I know you were sort of training in dance and acting and everything. When did you really know that this is what you wanted to do?
I was 3 and I saw The Wizard of Oz, and I became obsessed with Judy Garland. And I told my mom that year when I was 3 that I wanted to be an actress, and I had a Dorothy costume, and I was Dorothy, and everyone had to address me as Dorothy for an entire year.
How were you?
Yeah, and then once when I was like 12, I thought for a second I wanted to be a lawyer, but I realized that I had just been watching a lot of Ally McBeal, and I still just wanted to be an actor.
Right.
That's it. And you do know various other characters. I mean, for example, Lindsay Lohan's permanently in the news over here. I'm sure she's over there. You've worked with her, I know. Do you kind of see it? Is it really very difficult being young, beautiful, and very famous in Hollywood?
I would imagine so. I mean, I don't know about the very famous part, and I'm not really a part of that world yet. But what the media has become and what the paparazzi are now is just a whole different. It's a whole different story from 10 years ago, and it's really hard to obtain any sort of privacy. And I think that becomes just the loss of complete anonymity. Yeah, I'm much slower than I used to be, which is very sad. But it's still decent. My form is there, the speed is gone. The first legitimate thing I booked was a straight-to-DVD film with Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen called Holiday in the Sun. I think my character's name was Brianna, if I remember, and she was a mean girl. She was this spoiled, rich, nasty, sort of alpha female that picked on the nice, sweet, blonde Olsen twins. I don't know if people try to typecast me as that. I think I just sort of, for whatever reason, fell into playing a mean girl, and I think more so because there are many more blonde actresses than there are brunette actresses. And so the chances of the heroine being blonde are statistically greater, and so then you want a visual opposite to portray the evil girl, and I am that opposite, I guess. Growing up when I was little, I liked X-Men because my older sister collected X-Men comics, and then when I got to be about 11 and 12, I discovered one called Gen 13. It's basically an offshoot from X-Men. And it's these 3 girls. Vibrant dark comedy with some horror elements to it, but people should go into it prepared to laugh, hopefully.
To snicker. So there are going to be some snickers here. You're not looking for people to come up with serious critiques afterward.
Well, no, not if you're going in thinking you're going to see a slasher or a thriller. It's not that.
What made you take this role? Because you're in an unusual place in your career right now. I'm sure stuck between this wild popularity that has been given to you or that you've achieved through these movies, these huge Transformers movies, and this other area where you want to be known as an actress.
Right.
So tell me about this role as it came along and what made you say yes to it.
Well, the script, Diablo Cody wrote the script, and that's really all I needed to know. Before I even opened it, I wanted to be a part of something that she was a part of because she's so brilliant and I admire her. And on the first page, there's a belly laugh. I laughed out loud reading Nike Cortez's, so he can really run fast.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep up with him, and we did it 6 times, and that was just rough on me because I'm not very athletic.
You're not? You sound like you're athletic.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. You seem like you were never in the sports or anything. It wasn't.
Oh no, I was gonna go to my goal was to go to the Olympics for swimming.
Really?
I was a swimmer, yeah. But that's different than running. I've never been a dry land athlete. I didn't see the photos, but they asked me about doing the layout and said that this was their favorite theme, and I loved the idea of it, so I wanted to go for it. I thought it was really interesting. It's a little provocative, but it's very artistic, and the fashion in this shoot it's really high fashion and really unbelievable, and
Did it kind of creep you out the first time you saw the mannequin?
No, well, there were so many of them. I walked into the hotel suite, it was at the chateau, and there were like 30 mannequins, but they were all headless because they only had one head that they were going to use and put it on different bodies. So that was a little strange. But other than that, it was a fun day. I liked it.
I heard you took home one of the mannequins.
I took home the head because they glued eyelashes onto it and like painted the makeup on with the wig, and it looked enough like me that it was very strange, and I wanted to keep it. It's weird. So I just have the head. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Maybe put it on my coffee table.
Yeah, it's a horror movie, but it's a comedy with some horror elements, horror aspects. And I actually believe that it is my autobiography, really.
But she plays a man-eater.
I'm the captain of the flag team.
Cheerleader who eats boys. Yeah. Excuse me, hello, if that's not me, I don't know what is. I know. Yeah. The character's not actually a pivotal part of the movie. He's a cowboy. It's sort of a post-Civil War apocalyptic Western. And he's like John Wayne on steroids. And his love interest in the film is Lila, which is played by me.
The motorcycle.
Who can't bend over a motorcycle? What did I do that was so special? As long as I was doing one-handed push-ups. I just bent over a motorcycle. Yay.
No, that's not true.
Okay, well, I'm magical. What do you want me to say?
No, but really, it's not.
Private and I'm very shy. So it's bizarre, but it is, I mean, I volunteered. Like, I chose the industry, so this is what comes with it.
And you are shy because what's interesting is today was the first shoot that I've ever done that someone didn't even want to look at the pictures in the camera.
Yeah, no,
Take a look at them.
I can't look at the pictures. I don't read any of my own press. I can't. It gives me like anxiety. Like I need to take a Xanax.
But wait a minute now. But then now you're a sex symbol though. I mean, you're like an FHM, Maxim, and you're like one of the hottest girls listed. So what does that do for you?
Well, I do. A lot of that has to do with just the media push of being in a movie like that and being seen so often. They push you, and you somehow randomly end up on the top of all of these lists. But I hate it. It makes me so uncomfortable because I've never seen myself that way. I've always felt I just have a masculine energy and I feel like a boy. I don't feel feminine. I don't feel attractive. So it's hard for me. It makes me very uncomfortable.
But that's always the case though?
It makes me
Every
uncomfortable.
beautiful woman feels the same way. So was the ugly duckling. I felt like a boy.
I
was a
wasn't
tomboy.
the ugly duckling. I was a pretty cute little kid, but I just don't feel like a woman.
It's very humbling though. I mean, it's that's great.
But yeah.
And so now you're working on another film. You have something?
Yes, I'm working on in Vancouver. We're shooting this movie called Jennifer's Body. There was gonna be so much action. Everyone was sort of warned. I mean, they're like, Michael really likes his actors to run, and you need to be able to win sprints, and I just didn't prepare.
Is it hard to act to a non-existing character on screen?
It is hard. It's hard to react to something that's not happening. That's where you really feel like you're acting the most, and you don't ever want to feel that. You want to try and feel like everything's organic. But they did a good job. They had a voice actor off to the set that would be, behind Michael, that would be doing the lines of Optimus or of Bumblebee, and he had like this great, really deep British voice and accent. So that helped.
Are you developing an online following at all? Do you have a MySpace page? Are people trying to...
I don't have a MySpace page. I've heard... I don't follow any of my own press because I get sick to my stomach because it makes me really nervous and really nauseous. But I heard that I have a couple of fake MySpace pages.